Oh man, we got an urgent meeting. We gotta take care of that right away.
Oh, fuck.
Go.
Oh god, the loading screens are taking so long.
Welcome back to Let's Play Trauma Center New Blood. I'm redxparasite.
I'm Air327.
Like
And
to
we
hear
clearly
the
don't
Department
have
of
time
Health's
for
opinion
intros.
regarding stigma.
Ooh, the DOH.
Secretary Mendez?
I consider this case a very serious matter. It's unlike any plague mankind has ever known.
Could you please elaborate?
First off, stigma is a virulent disease created by man. Reports indicate that a contagious strain exists, which means it's a significant threat. In addition to that, there's an underground organization attempting to exploit the situation. So we must face the possibility that stigma is being circulated as a biological weapon. But in order to investigate, we need the cooperation of Homeland Security.
No need to worry about that. I've already notified the appropriate individuals.
Thank you. I appreciate it. However, I'm afraid we don't have much time to waste. There have been reports from around the world describing symptoms that suggest the presence of stigma. There's even been a major outbreak in one country.
You're talking about Culuruma, correct?
There's such a contrast between the level of emotion in these two characters' voices. You're talking about Culuruma, correct? Yes, I am talking about Culuruma.
Yes. We've had one patient flown in for examination.
I know.
We'll handle the treatment and subsequent analysis
Like,
here
the quality
in
of
the
voice
US.
acting in this game really runs the gamut.
Yeah, it kind of does.
Caduceus will be seeing to it, in case you weren't
we
aware,
already talked
Mr.
about Robot
Deputy
Girl.
Secretary. Caduceus is our country's finest.
There's no need to explain. I'm familiar with the organization.
And meanwhile, back at Caduceus.
Meanwhile, with the people you know about...
He must have been so scared.
You have no idea. But we survived, with each other's help.
I'm sorry you had to endure such an ordeal. We must take stringent measures to strengthen our security immediately.
I mean,
I agree.
I suppose we could do that. We got abducted, you know, away from Caduceus.
I still
With
agree.
no word since your disappearance, we had begun to fear the worst.
Oh, you'd
How were
only
you feeling?
begun.
Were you harmed?
I'm pretty sure
It
we'd
was
been
a
gone
difficult
at least a
situation.
week.
But we were determined to get through it. Having met our enemy face to face, my resolve to continue this mission has grown even stronger.
I wouldn't have objected if you had decided to resign, but I'm glad to hear you say that.
They resigned. The game is over.
We can't win the war against Stigma without you three.
I mean, I still don't see any
Something caught
adequate
my
explanation
attention
for
while we were
why
being
that's
held
the case,
captive.
but whatever.
It concerns Professor Wilkins. I think he may be a member of the Kidman family.
Goodness. Could that be true?
The professor? What do you mean, Marcus?
Well, you know that guy they referred to as the director? His face was hidden, but he was definitely the same height and had the same build as the professor.
Not to mention the same voice.
He also appeared
Conclusive
to be
evidence.
the center of their research on stigma. If he is Professor Wilkins, then this would all make sense.
The dead shall speak.
I have to disagree. The way he moved and spoke,
The truth is written on this card.
I just don't think he could be Professor Wilkins.
I'm not positive, but it seems very likely. I just can't figure out how he got
I mean, when I
mixed
called
up
him
with-
Professor Wilkins, he didn't say, who the fuck is Professor Wilkins and why would you think I'm him? So he's clearly Professor Wilkins.
Regardless, I'll notify the FBI. Now, I understand that you're concerned, but I need you to continue with your mission.
The patient has been flown in by the military. We don't know how infectious the disease is, so use the quarantine transfer unit. According to preliminary examination, we are dealing with a new type of stigma,
This type sucks.
so we'll
Oh,
be relying
boy.
heavily on your abilities.
The good thing is that we have two people, so it'll suck less.
Marginally, because one of them's me.
It
I
really
know
sucks
that's a
if
lot
you're
to
by
ask
yourself.
Since you just returned.
Yeah.
But I hope you're up for the challenge.
Well, at least we're not out of practice, having been forced to operate while we were held captive.
Oh my, is that true?
Yes, believe it or not.
I'd like to say that you will have the very best working with you in the research lab, but unfortunately, we've lost a key staff member. We'll still do all that we can, though.
Unfortunately, he was the only good one.
Actually, it's Cynthia.
Oh.
Cynthia left. She quit while you were away.
Why would she do such a thing? She seemed so dedicated to her work.
Do you have any idea why she quit, Isabella?
As a representative of Humani, I'm not at liberty to say.
So yes.
But I'll tell you as a friend. She seems to have gone through a lot with the higher-ups concerning Stigma. They blamed her for developing products that increase patients' susceptibility to stigma.
How the fuck would she have known that?
But no one could have anticipated that side effect.
Exactly.
It's a shame to lose someone like her, but we can't dwell on it. Let's prepare for the operation, Val.
That's too
Some
bad.
of the people in
I had
this
hoped to
game
work
are
with
just
Cynthia until we eradicated Stigma
stupid.
together.
They're mostly the unnamed characters, but yeah.
yeah.
Just so you're
higher-ups.
aware,
Generic
I'll
terms
be
like
present
that.
throughout the
Yeah.
operation. I realize it may be difficult to perform such a procedure after your recent ordeal.
Don't worry, Kanai. We can handle it.
I'm glad to hear that. I can't tell you how relieved I was to learn that you three were safe.
I'm also glad that
hear
I
this
can
is a
see
new
out of my
strain of
glasses
Stigma.
currently.
Yes, but the preliminary
Now I can't.
test didn't tell us much.
Well, it was nice while it lasted.
We did learn two things, though. First, it has multiple arms, which are causing all the damage.
Now I'm thinking about the Nintendo game that they just released called ARMS.
Second, we can prevent
It's just
further
got little
damage by removing the
springs flailing
grapplers from
around.
the ends of the arms.
Yeah. Introducing a new character, Brachion. Which literally means arms in Greek.
Sounds like a complicated procedure.
It's affixed to the affected area, so we can't pull it off by force.
In that case, I think we should first try to restrict its movement and then excise it.
That's where this baby comes in.
What's that?
It's the result of our research. It will allow us to turn Stigma's own characteristics
Convenient that
against
they're
it.
so quick about this.
You see, we were
This is
able
how
to
research
extract a
works.
Culuruma
Oh, yeah,
based
definitely.
Overnight,
which will temporarily
we really need to be able to do
restrict its-
this. By God, we've done it!
Basically, it can stop the pathogen's movement for a short period of time. Would you mind giving it a try?
No problem.
You know, things would be a lot easier if this metal that it requires was magnetic.
It's good to be back. Now, let's get started.
Powerful.
Magnet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Extreme form of diagnosis, put them in an MRI. Oh,
Unfortunately,
you're sort
we
of
don't know
cured,
how
but
to
also
proceed until
dying,
we've
but
taken
now
a
you don't have
closer look.
stigma.
We kind of ripped through your spleen.
Yeah. We'll get to work on that.
But at least we have a second opinion
Okay,
today.
so the
Let's begin by opening him up.
our MO for this one is it's gonna have arms, you know, as its name suggests.
Yep, those.
Stigma is definitely
Yeah.
present. It's bizarre looking, that's for sure.
Okay, so they're gonna be lights coming out from the center here, going to the tips. If you pinch these with the forceps, it'll stop them from getting to the grapplers on the end.
Okay.
So basically, you're just gonna pinch them, and whenever a
So
light
do you pinch on the circles or on the lines?
circle.
Okay.
So basically, just pinch the one closest to the arm, or closest to the
That's the
grapplers.
safest way.
It'll give you the most time in between having to do it again. Because
Yes.
the lights will go out from the middle, and when they
So
reach those,
there's a certain amount of time between when it gets stopped or reaches the thing and when it releases the next one. So if you're too good, you're just screwing yourself over.
well, more like if you do the first one, then it'll just appear right there and undo it right away.
Yeah.
So it gives you the most time,
Yeah.
basically. And yeah, so whenever the lights reach the pinched ones, it
Presumably
will
drops vitals and
no,
other
no,
stuff.
no, it doesn't. Well, if they reach the ends, it'll drop the vitals.
Okay.
But if it reaches one of the ones that it pinches, it'll undo it.
Okay.
So just
Or
pinch
so
the farthest one away, and once
okay,
it,
so you don't have to be like holding it when it reaches it.
no,
Okay. So it's probably just a good idea. How long do they stay pinched?
until the light reaches it.
So you might as well just start by pinching the three end ones.
Exactly.
Okay.
So if you can handle that, I'll take care of
The other
taking
things.
off the grapplers.
It
Okay.
appears to have a core from which the arms are extending.
Let's try using
So
the
you
new
can basically
stuff.
just use
We're
the
supposed to
forceps the
inject
whole
it into
time.
the grapplers.
Okay,
correct?
that's top left.
Yes.
Toxin, I presume.
All right.
If we ignore it, it'll enter the patient's body via the grapplers.
So the game is explaining what
Needless
you
to
need to do.
say,
Yeah.
it'll be
What I just
detrimental
said,
to the patient.
you know.
We have to find a way to stop the toxin from spreading.
I see. If we
Oh, okay. You just kind of.
I didn't mean to do that. I was just like,
we can extract that takes care of one of them. Doctor, The arm looks like you can
Oh,
only
that was
pinch
dumb of
2
me.
down, 1 to go.
There's one on the right that's open.
Oh, you still have to do that even one.
If you take the grapplers
the
off and the
result
light
of a
reaches
rapid
it, it'll
contraction
regrow
designed to
the
stimulate
Ah.
regeneration.
end of it.
Okay.
Perhaps this can be used to our advantage, since it places a great deal of stress on the
So we're
core.
gonna have to go through a number of ways of
If
this,
we
but
repeat
it's
this
pretty much the
process,
same
we
exact
may be able to
process.
force the core to destroy
Okay.
itself.
Now, the one that you're going to want to
let's
keep
give
an
it a
eye out
shot.
for is the shortest one. So typically, every other wave there's one that's shorter, so that one only has 4. So keep your eye on that one, because it'll, you know.
I also appreciate the sound effect.
Oh yeah. Well, it's a good sound effect because it lets you know what's happening.
Keep it
But
up.
Yeah, it lets you know one of them needs to be done again.
Extended its arms again.
Those all look the same to me.
I think they're about the same. See, this goes so much faster when there are 2 of us.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Please be more
Oh,
careful,
you
Doctor.
did you try to pick up the thing that I was picking up?
I tried to squish the circle.
I know what you were trying to do, but I think
the game
interpreted.
yeah, the game misinterpreted it.
Okay, this one I think will have an arm that's only 3.
Okay.
Or 4. Okay. Future operations. Yeah, no, it did. Okay, don't pinch it while I'm picking up the grappler, I guess. Or try not to. I don't think it's
really
typically
annoying.
a problem, but... Oh, here.
Oh. Don't know how I missed that one.
So yeah, when you have 2 people, it's not that bad, but imagine trying to
Yeah, that
balance
would.
all that by yourself.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Not
Like
a
how
very fun time.
the core is weakening, but somehow also putting out increasingly large numbers of arms.
That was incredible. We never gave up.
Yes,
Oh yeah,
that-
very hard. Also, apparently because of the zoom on this one, the antibiotic gel doesn't cover as
Forgot
wide
what
an
it's
area.
like to have a real operating
Huh.
We're a
room.
little bit farther zoomed out, I
I
think.
hope that's the last we see of
Huh.
that thing.
It won't be.
Well, the
Yeah,
operation was a
unfortunately.
success.
That's probably my least favorite of all the strains of Stigma. Alright, one of those is probably no misses, and I don't know what the other one is, but...
Yeah.
That was an admirable effort, considering the difficulty of the operation.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, very
it was
difficult.
a tricky one, but somehow we managed.
I don't mean to press my luck, but I actually have another favor to ask of you 3. This will be an extremely
Well, that's final straw.
difficult
Now we're
task.
quitting.
Yeah.
So it's no different than usual.
Don't worry. We're quite used to extremely difficult tasks by now.
We received a request for aid from the country of Culuruma, where an outbreak's occurred. They desperately need doctors who know how to treat stigma.
We know how to treat Stigma.
The government would like to provide assistance. That is, of course, if there are any doctors willing to volunteer.
I see where this is going.
And
I
you
feel like
want
we
us
should
to
be
go?
giving other doctors experience with this
If we
shit.
can get some of our personnel
Probably.
into
'Cause
Culuruma, where that
I
metal
feel like
originates,
Hundreds of people
then I believe we can
being able
advance
to
our research
sort
on
of treat
stigma.
stigma is much better than 3 experts.
But to do so, we have to put 3 of our finest staff members in danger.
Presumably, the operation procedures are getting distributed
I mean,
You
I
know,
guess.
Not just of
to
infection,
other
but
hospitals.
also of insurrection.
Culuruma is a hotbed for guerrilla activity. It's a time bomb waiting to go off.
Look, it's a pipe bomb! Yay!
What do you think, Val?
Well, ultimately, what's our purpose? I mean, is it worth risking our lives for?
If we're trying to convince ourselves, we could say it's to protect the world from stigma.
Elena, how do you feel about traveling south of the equator?
So apparently Culuruma, which is a completely fictitious country,
It
by the way,
sounds like it.
somewhere south of the equator. I think it's in South America,
Well,
or that's where they
it's
say it
better than
is.
going somewhere cold.
Glad to hear that. Then it's decided. We accept, Madame Director.
I think this is like the second made-up
That sounds
country
like-
that exists in this series.
That sounds like 2 of them decided, and one of them was
Oh,
also
dang
there.
it! We got ABA. We're never gonna spell anything meaningful.
No.
It's not gonna happen. It's already playing the music for Culuruma, but we haven't gotten there yet.
Ooh, it has approximately 4 mountains.
Well, we don't know if that's the entire map of the country or not.
Allow me
'Cause they don't
to
give us
introduce
borders.
President Moreno,
Yeah.
who has taken time out of his busy schedule to greet you.
Welcome. I thank you wholeheartedly for coming all this way to save our citizens.
It's an honor to meet you, Mr. President.
Nice to meet you, sir.
We hope that we can be of assistance.
You're much younger than I expected. But nevertheless, I'm sure you're quite skilled.
They seem a bit suspicious.
Stigma has claimed many victims, and now rumors are sending the populace into a panic. My people's suffering is my own. That is why I am so grateful to receive help from your country.
We'll do our best as a sign of friendship between our countries.
I am counting on you. Commander, where are the doctors headed?
Sir, they'll be deployed to Arbel, sir.
I see. Our American friends may not be prepared for what is in store for them. But I am afraid we have no alternative. I'm counting on the three of you to care for the infected and determine the cause of the outbreak. In any event,
You mean more
there
more
are some
specifically than
unruly
stigma
elements
is the
in
cause
this
of the outbreak?
Well, stigma
please
is the
be careful.
result of the outbreak.
Yeah,
The
but
cause is somebody.
to be fair, if there wasn't stigma, stigma caused the cause to cause stigma.
Yes.
Oh, I almost forgot. Commander, bring her in.
Yes, sir. Right away.
I am assigning you a special escort. You're our important guests, after all.
Come, Pepita.
Don't be afraid. She's a smart dog, she won't bite. In fact, she's very well trained. It's a custom in our country to give such dogs as special gifts. I hope you'll
Okay.
accept her.
Yes, thank you very much.
Nice to meet you, Pepita.
I intended to have a banquet
You
prepared
know,
in
the
your honor.
image of someone holding a microphone up to a dog is just really amusing to me.
We're doctors, not diplomats, so there's no need for formalities. We're here to help the sick.
Damn it, Jim. I'm a doctor, not a diplomat.
Yes, you're absolutely correct. We all have our work to attend to, including me. I wish
Goodbye.
you the best of luck with your assignment. Well then, good day.
The
Wasn't
president
too
is
far
now
off.
leaving the
No.
premises.
President sure seems busy.
Yeah, he has his hands full between the gorillas and the economy.
And the other
bad stigma.
gorillas. You know, the animals.
Nice to meet you, Dr. Vaughn, Dr. Blaylock,
Who are you?
I also have a gradient on my skin.
and Miss Salazar. And you are Maria Estrada. I was born here, but I went to med school and did my residency in the U.S. I'll be acting as your interpreter. I'm thinking about practicing medicine here, actually.
Well, it's a good thing, you know, that you're planning on doing that considering you went to med school.
Oh, yes, they did say something about an interpreter. Maria, are you feeling okay?
I think I may be coming down with something.
Oh boy!
Growl.
Look at her eye, Val. It's all red. Maria, did you get your immunization shots before returning here?
No, because I was born here, I didn't think I needed them.
All right, facepalm in 3, 2. You know what? Skip the countdown.
Oh.
You went to med school. You should know this.
Yeah.
As a doctor, you should know better.
Mm-hmm.
Val, she might have Vimase fever. If that's the case, she'll need immediate treatment.
That's endemic to this region, but she hasn't lived here in years. Elena, I need your help. We need to check her lungs.
Okay, I'll get everything ready.
Okay, so this is interesting.
We're
It
unfamiliar
can be
with
fairly
Vimase
easy
fever.
as long as you deal with it well. If you don't,
Supposedly,
then
it
it's
causes
kinda
unusual
eh.
tumors in the lungs. That's all I know.
Those must be the fever tumors mentioned in the examination reports. It appears that removing these tumors will greatly improve the patient's condition.
That
I
gives us
mean,
an
as a
idea of how
general
to
rule,
treat her,
tumors are
but
bad, so I
aren't
can see
these
how that
readings
would be the
strange?
case.
You're right. These fluctuating numbers are a cause
Oh,
for
goddamn.
concern. It seems like they're periodically rising and falling.
The tumors move. No, I'm kidding. They don't.
You know, that wouldn't even
We
surprise
can't
me
just
in this
leave
game.
her like this.
There's no time to waste. Let's begin the operation immediately.
Okay, so the way that these
All
tumors
right,
are going to
let's
work
get started.
is they're...
Going to move.
No, they don't. They don't move. They can be one of two colors, red or
Well,
blue.
here we go.
Don't touch them while
Let's
they're
all do our
red.
best.
Okay.
So what the way that I typically do it is you could operate on them. Like, look at one of the
these are
red
the fever
ones,
tumors.
wait for it to turn blue, and then you can operate on it.
Okay.
So instead of operating on one that's been blue for a little while, just operate on
Okay.
one of the red ones
At
that
least we
changes
won't have to
blue.
use the ultrasound to find
Okay.
them, like with normal tumors. That'll help save us some time.
We'll still have to be exceptionally cautious. Look at it. It's changing colors periodically. It's like a chameleon.
Real tumors would not actually do this.
I believe that we can use the same procedure to remove these as with normal tumors.
So it's going to be drain, cut, and then excise. Now, during any step, if it turns red, then
Stop.
you mess up.
Is
So
there
yeah,
any
if-
way to save it and not get a miss, or are you just screwed?
If it turns red while you're working on it, you're screwed. But if you're, I guess if you want to take it more slowly, you can do steps individually.
Okay.
So you could do like
If you
drain,
notice, if you
cut,
notice, if you
and then
notice
wait.
it, if you notice it flash, just stop what you're doing. I would assume.
Yeah.
They're already what was that?
Oh,
It looked
that
like
was my
some
bad.
sort of gas.
Let's start over from the beginning.
That's like a new record. Other than cutting the person open, the first thing that happened was like, okay, that was bad enough that we should just restart.
Oh, it's honestly not that bad, but I'm pretty sure if you want to
Yeah.
do well on the operation.
Okay.
Oh, come on. That was really
One
bad.
strain. There it is.
Bottom right. Also vitals.
Oh, that's probably more valuable for me to be working on.
Again, this is one of those operations that if you know what to do and you have the right strategy, it's not all that bad. Because that's it.
Oh, okay.
So, unfortunately, I got that one miss because that was just bad. But if not for that, we'd probably get a pretty good ranking on this.
Ah, well.
We missed 2 of the bonuses. And we got a C. I mean, I told you these games
What are
can
we
be
gonna
brutal
do with
with
our
the
interpreter
rankings.
bedridden?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that's not the biggest problem here. You see, she's also a doctor.
So she could be treating people.
We could have taught her how to treat stigma. Someone will have to continue seeing patients after we're gone, right?
Well, we talked it over.
What did she say?
She insists on coming, even if it kills her.
Are you going to
That sounds
allow that,
productive.
Marcus?
As a patient, I would advise her not to go. But as a doctor, I must respect her decision. She studied medicine to help the people of this country. And now is their greatest hour of need. If we carefully monitor her condition along the way, will that ease your fears, Val?
Yes, somewhat. But I completely understand her desire to help people.
Back. Alright, well, thank you for watching. I've been redxparasite,
I've been here 327.
signing out.